long night.
All right, guys.
Driving around.
Yeah, you guys been doing a lot of driving around, man. Old George and Jimmy, man. Jimmy's here.
We made it.
They made it. Real quick, everybody, our last video, the UFC live video that we did probably 3-4 days ago, we had a contest going on with the Eton Court.
We still have a contest.
We still have a contest going on, and they haven't decided a winner. And there's about 200 comments, and they're all funny.
No. They're not all funny.
Some are.
Some are funnier than others.
You think?
Yes, that's why there's only one winner.
Yeah, there's only one winner because, some of the comments are fucked up, but some of them are quite funny. You guys need to go back over there, click on this link right here. It'll take you to that video and vote. Look at the picture, put a comment on. Doesn't cost you anything to get into the contest. You could win that fucking piece of equipment.
And don't worry.
And they can put as many comments as they want.
Exactly.
And if you weren't sharp enough to win this one, don't worry, because we have another upcoming contest where maybe you can sharpen up your wit, come back and comment on maybe one of the videos you saw on my blog.
That's right. George's blog. Now, George's blog. This time he's going to get the address right. It is, I'm not even going to let him say it, okay? Turn into a mute real quick because you'll fuck your own shit up, all right? www.uncutg.blogspot.com.
Now, what was that again, Kevin?
www.uncutg.blogspot.com. Now, I have a blog. It doesn't involve pictures.
www.uncutkevin.blogspot.com.
Yes, and I put up a new video for you people. Now, you guys need to go over to each one of our blogs and follow us. It doesn't take that long. God, do we ask that much shit of you guys? Jimmy, are you?
I am following.
Right.
I am following.
We're thinking about.
I am not a leader. I follow.
If enough people follow our blogs by December, right? Both of our blogs, we're thinking about. Drum roll, please. Revealing Jimmy's face.
And let me tell you, that ain't anything.
You probably, guys, after seeing that, you probably all give fucking.
Yeah, we'll probably never have another show.
Now, the big event
the Washington
tonight.
Post will burn that article.
Yes, they'll burn that article. UFC Live on Versus was here in the Capitol. We did go. Well,
two of us went because one of Jimmy's co-workers came through in a clutch. So I'm like, I can't make it. Do you want to go? Jimmy's like, how much it gonna cost? She's like, $3.99. Jimmy's like, okay, I was gonna go. Well, Jimmy and I went.
Yes.
And we were treated to a very entertaining card.
It was a good card.
The first entertainment bout of the night.
Entertainment bout?
Entertainment bout. That's my new shit. Entertainment bout was the lightweight bout between Matt Danzig versus Matt Wyman, which is a rematch, which Wyman won earlier. And it was the same result.
Yeah.
Same result, but good fight. Exciting fight.
Probably the fight of the night, to be honest with you. Do you think there was a fight that was better than that? I don't.
Wow.
No,
all right.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, on the whole, because I think the next fight that we're going to talk about, I think was too quick. I mean, it ended too quick.
It was too quick. Now, that would be Anthony Rumble Johnson versus Charlie Brenneman.
And then, and when Jimmy and I walked in here, what's the first thing you said about Anthony Johnson? Who would you like to see him fight?
I said, I thought, and real quick, Anthony Johnson won this fight. Mario Yamasaki was the ref.
Yeah, it's a vicious head kick.
And Mario Yamasaki, we love him because he lets people get seriously murdered in the ring, and he never stops a fight. We love him because of that. But this time, some people might have said he stopped it too quick. I think that he did probably stop it a little bit too quick, but the end result was that Charlie Brenneman was going to lose this fight anyway. I mean, Anthony Johnson was in
it appeared that he was going to still just jump on top of him and finish him with punches.
So to make it really clear, I think Mario Yamasaki probably saved him from losing a couple teeth. Now, when they walked into the house, I said that I'd like to see Anthony Rumble Johnson fight GSP, and for a couple reasons.
I immediately agreed.
Well, here's what I'd like to propose to both of you. With Anthony Rumble Johnson losing to Josh Koscheck, I think he should fight Koscheck next. And if he beats Koscheck, fuck fighting John Fitch, then he gets to fight GSP.
See, that's the problem. I mean, you got to fight 800 million people to fight GSP.
But to me, you can't go and fight GSP because you've already lost to Koscheck. If you can't beat Koscheck, you sure as hell ain't going to beat GSP.
Well, Koscheck lost to GSP twice.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, to me, I think and Kevin is right about it. It's a long line. I mean, he's fighting Condit. Then you've got the most likely Nick Diaz.
If he can get past BJ Penn.
BJ Penn. Yeah. So then you're looking at least 3 fights down the road. But to me, I think Rumble Johnson would actually be an interesting matchup.
Big
guy.
He's a big guy. He's a strong guy. He's pretty aggressive. He's a great striker. The thing is, in this sport, is we all know that styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? When people are fighting Koscheck twice and fucking Fitch twice or a couple times, you're fighting the same guys. Okay, you're not going to see much difference in styles. There might, the overall work of Anthony Rumble Johnson is probably never going to be anything like GSP, and he's not as good of a fighter as GSP. But the thing is that what the hell are you doing?
I'm not supposed to look at you when you talk.
Oh man, see. but you just don't know. I mean, do you agree?
No. I mean, the way the UFC. Well, do I agree with styles make fights? Yes.
That's what I was saying.
Would I like to see? Yes, they do make fights because we've seen if two counter strikers go into a ring together, we're doomed.
Right.
What I don't agree with is we'd all like to see Anthony Johnson fight him, but he's not. He's going to have to beat John Fitch, and he's either going to have to beat Fitch or Koscheck.
And the thing,
and that's just the way the UFC is, unfortunately.
That makes that unfair to, not just in this case, but in other cases to Rumble Johnson is. Okay, we've seen John Fitch against GSP. I don't need to see that again. That was 50-43. It was an ass whipping.
Right.
I saw him against Koscheck.
A boring fucking fight. Right.
Okay, he whipped the shit out of him.
But then,
I mean, I don't need those people to be gatekeepers anymore because even if they would beat those people, I don't want to see them again. Give this other guy a shot.
Then how do you rank fighters?
I know.
How do you rank them? What are you ranking the fighters on? If John Fitch can beat everyone in the division but GSP, he should never fight GSP again because he didn't beat him the two times he had a shot.
The problem is that when you have a guy, even though he's ranked second, I mean, John Fitch is a solid second in the welterweight division. The thing is that he has failed at doing that. Koscheck might be the number 3 in the division. He has failed twice at doing that.
It's just
at some point or another, you've got to give somebody else a shot.
But if Anthony Johnson can't beat either one of them, what makes you think he's going to beat GSP?
Because to me,
Buster Douglas couldn't beat a motherfucker, but he knocked out Mike Tyson in his prime.
Was high.
I think what Kevin had just said before about and you did about styles make matchups. You're right. Some guys might not be able to beat opponent A or opponent B, but you know what? He may have a better shot at beating GSP. Now, I'm not saying that I think he's going to beat GSP. I'm just saying that his skill set might enable him to have a better shot.
His skill set is just like Josh Koscheck, but he's tall, but he's bigger. He's no different than Josh Koscheck, but he's bigger.
Who? Rumble Johnson?
Yes, he's just like Josh Koscheck.
He's bigger than Josh.
Powerful.
He's more powerful. He's more lengthy, and Josh Koscheck is a far better wrestler, and I think Rumble Johnson is a better striker. So that is the thing. Like, I mean, you're going to all of a sudden take a guy Koscheck, who's great on the ground and a great wrestler, but he's still not as good of a wrestler as GSP. But GSP has problems against good strikers.
Well, and what'll also be interesting, it'll be essentially when they walk into the ring, if they would fight, it would be 185 against 185, meaning what they weigh on that time when they walk into the ring.
Right.
GSP normally has probably a 5 to 10 pound advantage on anybody else he's fighting.
Agreed.
Now, I'm not saying that if he didn't have that, he wouldn't still be winning, but let me tell you, that will make a difference from a strength perspective.
Now, let's talk about tall people and reaches and advantages.
Pat Barry had... Oh, here we go.
The skyscraper.
Wow, and I think Kevin's head is out of the camera view.
He wasn't throwing many of those.
But I tell you what, the skyscraper, look, I did not see this coming. Did you see it coming? Did you see this coming? Boop.
No,
I did not see the way that it ended coming.
No. I gotta hand it to Stephen Struve. He fought a great fight, man. He totally redeemed himself. The guy really looked good tonight.
That was his 9th fight in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
He's only lost 3.
Stephen Struve.
Yeah. And he's young. He's only still mid-20s.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time.
Pat Barry, we know he's always going to have a job. I mean, he's an exciting fighter, and you can see he's a good all-around good guy. I mean, you could see after the fight. I mean, those guys truly had respect for each other and enjoyed the fight.
Right.
I mean, he knew he lost, but it was a good fight. He gave it his best.
Yeah, but I have a feeling Pat Barry's going to go the way of Chris Lieben. Because I mean, if you look at Pat Barry and his life, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at Pat Barry's record right now. He's 2-6.
He's 4-6.
I mean, 2-6 with wins. 2-6. Yeah.
I mean, it's just, for people out there who are going to argue and scream, he lost 3 in a row, he should be gone. I mean, yes, it looks like the formula that Dana has put in place, but let me tell you, when Pat Barry goes in the fight of heavyweight, it's going to be an exciting fight.
Yeah.
He's going to sit there and he's going to go toe to toe. So,
with all that being said, I think if Pat Barry fights a lesser opponent than Czech Congo or Stefan Struve, who just got beat by and loses,
he had
then he's
Czech
done.
Congo beat.
I agree. I think a Pat Barry is a guy that you put at that third or fourth fight that's just on the main card, and you know what? He's going to build that excitement.
He's going to be the kind of like the backyard brawls like we love.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of fights that are completely in contrast to the fights that we like, we had the Bantamweight Championship, which featured Dominick Cruz versus Demetrious Johnson, Mighty Mouse.
I'm gonna tell you what. Till you find somebody who's just as quick, you need a Dominick Cruz clone to beat Dominick Cruz.
Yeah.
Uriah Faber couldn't do it, and Uriah Faber tagged the shit out of Dominick Cruz, but he didn't do enough to beat the champ.
Yeah.
Demetrious Johnson was like a fucking water bug, but he does have no power.
He was. That mug was
He was all over the place,
all
and
over.
he swarmed.
He was
on
like in
Cruz.
hyperspeed.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, and the thing is that he constantly got out of things. He's crafty, he's slippery, and Dominick Cruz has everything for him, but he managed
to get out of everything Cruz put him in.
Johnson just does not have the power in his hands, because he actually was getting inside a few times and hit him with a couple good shots. Just doesn't have the power.
And the thing is, you heard constantly Johnson's corner telling him, bat, push off. He would not do that, and it drove you fucking crazy, because you're like, the guy's going to wrap you up and take you to the fucking ground. I don't know why he wouldn't listen to his corner, but he just stuck him a couple times, and he wouldn't create the distance.
In the judo throw, he hit him like 3 times with it.
Right.
You know?
And my favorite thing is Jimmy and I are watching the fight. He's like, man, this guy's boring. Talking about Dominick Cruz. I'm like, he's just like GSP. He's going to outpoint you. He's going to take you down. The only thing that Dominick Cruz does that GSP doesn't, he moves into the mount. He's constantly trying to finish the fights even on the ground. Because GSP will take you down toward the end when he knows he doesn't have to control you long. He'll let you back up. Or even just, kind of, oh, cool, you can get up. Boom, 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 I'll take you back down. It was funny for me to hear Jimmy tell me how Dominick Cruz is boring, yet he's a GSP fan. So I'm like, same fighter, dude.
Question. In the Bantamweight division, currently, who do you think could be the most formidable opponent for Dominick Cruz? Now,
8th grader at Julius West Middle School.
Exactly.
I mean, dude, these guys are so small. I don't know enough about the Bantamweight division. I know Dominick Cruz is a bad man.
Yeah.
That's what I know, and he's going to give everyone a fit. And there's a lot, and the bantamweight and the featherweight and the lightweight. Those 3 things are just stacked. I mean, they have fighters just oozing all over the place.
It's oozing, and you know what? It's only going to get crazier, because I don't know if any of you people have been tuning in to Ultimate Fighting, the Ultimate Fighter show. It is unbelievable. It's the best show that they've had in years, in my opinion. These guys are they're just so hungry. They're so quick. There's so many good ass fighters.
We saw like the first show when they were to get in the house.
It was first show to get in the house.
Some of those fights were some of the best fights I've seen. They were just either knocking each other out. I mean, it was
Mayhem
crazy.
Miller was like, shit, I should be paid to see this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?